And recording in progress. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to episode number 65 of Husker Rap Radio. I am Eddie Rosenthal, joined here live with Dr. E-Rock. Aaron Worsfold, folks, is en route to Denver, Colorado. I'm not going to spoil it, but I am going to spoil it, folks. Aaron will be with us live on Husker Hype Radio, just like the old days. That brings a smile to my face, man. I can't wait till E-Rock is in the booth. E-Rock, you've never been in the booth, have you?
I have not. That's something
Long
that I'm
overdue.
wait for.
That's long overdue. There's a few words that you can't say that we're gonna have to where you're gonna have to instill into your head and make you say them maybe 50 times before so that you just don't say them.
Yeah,
But
I might have to have a sideline coach where the coach has a pullback coach from the sideline. I need a mute button.
Or maybe we just leave you outside and have you watch it on a TV and you're like a sideline reporter so that you don't get too fucking flustered and angry and like antsy and shit, you know?
Start breaking shit. Yeah.
You're like Tom Rinaldi. You're on the sideline and you're giving the good reports and you're gonna give great insight, but we just can't have you in the booth because you're not
too uncontrollable.
Yeah, you don't have media what's media practice.
Yeah, no
media practice for Dr. E-Rock. He's huzzing beers and his 15 fireball shots in. I mean, we love you, Eli, but we'll have you in the booth. Fuck it. That's what Husker Rap Radio is all about, dude. It's getting wild and crazy. I've said some horrible things on there. That if I probably had a real job, I would have lost it. But thank God that I don't.
Yep. It's always a plus.
Yeah, thank God my old bosses used to watch it and laugh. You know. Shit. But here we go, dude. Week 5. Episode number 65. We're playing Purdue in West Lafayette, 10 a.m. game. That's 9 Central Time. 10 a.m. for me. No. 11 Central Time. Sorry.
Yeah. 11 Central Time. Yep.
11 Central Time. We got Purdue. We're -10 is the spread. Nebraska. Over under 49.5. Eli, what do you think about this spread?
Spread, I think the spread will get hit. Actually, think about that again. I think this is going to be a revenge week for the defense. That spread is a little high. I don't think our offense is going to go out and score 40, 49 by themselves, but also I'm expecting this defense to hold Purdue to 3 or 10 points after last week's performance.
I mean, they gotta wake up pissed off. They gotta go Trey Palmer mode, dude. You know, they gotta have a fucking chip on their shoulder and say, hey, we're the black shirts. We weren't last week. We were the fucking poopy pants. We were the guys that were supposed to make other people's pants poop. We pooped our pants.
Yeah, we were the white shirts. We were the complete opposite. As far away from a black shirt as you can get, that's where we were at.
Exactly. Instead of being some blue collar boys, they were being some white collar sissies.
Yep.
And it's time. I think, how could you not be pissed as a defense? As Tony White, like, I just want to know what this week's practice was like compared to last week's. If there better have been a higher intensity, more energy, guys pissed off. I mean, we said it in the last couple days ago pod that was just unacceptable. And hopefully they figure it out. Come out playing tough. What do you think the defensive keys are this week for us?
Stopping the run, and when a linebacker or a defensive lineman makes that first contact, there needs to be no yards or little to any yards after contact. We were hitting Illinois running backs in the backfield, but then they'll fall forward for 3 or 4 yards, and that 2nd and 8 turns into a 2nd and 6, which is so much more manageable.
Yeah, and Purdue, they're a run-heavy team. I mean, they have 183 yards per game rushing, 171 passing, so they're pretty even. But yeah, stopping the run, and that starts up front with the D-line.
Yep.
I mean, if Jamari and Nash and Ty can't get in there, dude, then we're doomed for the rest of the season.
We're gonna figure out what kind of defense we have this week for sure. It's gonna make some gems, and it's probably gonna break some people this week in practice. It probably did break some people.
Yeah.
But Sierra Wright came out of Illinois, and Matt Rule's excited about him. Says he's a starting corner in the Big Ten, so that's great to hear.
I think that was a big key for the defense that I kind of looked at is Tommy Hill. I don't think we play him this week if we don't have to.
I don't think we do play him. Yeah, I don't think we play him.
He's got an extremely painful injury that, I mean, you can play on it, but Buddy's not going to have fun, you know? So, Cy, you're right. I agree with you. Last week versus Illinois did a great job stepping in for Tommy Hill. And I think if you get a couple games under his belt, and get that physicality behind him, what he
Yeah.
showed against Illinois, his confidence is only going to gain more. And who knows, he might beat out Buford on the other side and have it's Tommy Hill and Sire right now. So
There,
yes,
yeah. There's definitely spots to fight for this week in practice. That's definitely a coach. After you lose like that in embarrassing fashion, a defense coordinator comes out and says, everybody's job's up for take.
right,
You want a job, go take it this week.
right. Yeah, that's exactly what I would say, man. It's just that was a horrible showing, and they really need to pick it up. Hudson Card. I mean, I remember us kicking his ass last year, even though they still fucking won. Um, but Hudson Card,
Illinois broke the streak of quarterbacks not leaving the game against us, but it will resume against Hudson Card. We did it
yeah,
to him last year, but we will do it to him again this year.
yeah, 42 for 66 on the year, 453 yards, 6 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
It's not very good. I mean,
Uh-uh. Uh-uh.
I mean, I
Uh-uh.
would have taken the last year at Nebraska, to be honest with you, but no, give me right all day.
Yeah. All right, so that's the defense. I don't think we want to keep the viewers too long here. It's we this is what we got to do what we got to do, man. And the defense has to definitely step up, and I think the offense needs to keep keep what they're doing going, bro, and just maybe pick it up a couple of notches. I think what's going on is right, but it can improve. It can always improve. We're a winning football team right now. We're not a championship football team right now, as Matt Rule likes to say.
Yep.
So what do you think the offensive keys are this week um for Nebraska?
I think it's pretty simple. I think it's play by play because Matt Rule, something that shocked me last week, he said after the Illinois game is that in the fourth quarter, there's upperclassmen on this team that are playing slow or they're not playing all the way in it. They're afraid to lose and got don't know what they're balling out. I heard that and I was like, well, whoever those old guys are, get them off the fucking field because we don't need to be slowed down. I don't care if there's a drop off in talent. I want people that are ready to play.
Well, that's a big thing that we brought that up a little bit last week, but I don't think you can overlook that quote, dude.
No,
That's a
that's a big
crazy
pro.
fucking quote.
Yeah, that's
Like
insane.
it's
That
giving me goosebumps right now. Like,
first thought was Carter Nelson over Thomas Fidone, and that might not be who he was talking about at all, but it's
dude,
probably
it's that losing culture that those guys, when they're in close games, kind of break down. And when you get new guys coming in, you don't want to keep that culture going, you
no,
know? Like
not at
that's
all.
something that we need to break.
Yeah,
And we can't get that stuck in those young guys' heads. So maybe it does need to be, maybe guys that we think are good and that should be playing a little more than they do. I mean, if they start fucking up when the times are tough, it's fourth quarter, 5 minutes left, tie ball game. I mean, put in the guys that aren't scared and want to play ball. Dylan
yeah,
Raiola, Ja'Cory Barney, Carter Nelson. Like, put in the young guns, dude. Let them fucking do their thing. They're here for another 3 years. As Thomas Fidone, I love him. He's only here for another one, dude. And if he's not going to make the plays that he's got to make, then you kind of got to bite the bullet and say, hey, let's put in a guy who's confident rather than a guy who we don't know what's going to happen with 5 minutes left in the game.
hesitant to make a play instead of trying to make a play.
Right, right. Almost overthinking and going, okay, well, I've been here before and we haven't fucking done good.
Better not do this again.
A guy that, yeah, exactly. And now when you're thinking about that, better not do this, but it's in your head to do that.
Yeah, that happens. Yeah.
It's like, it's you, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's all we need. That's where we can leave. We can just leave it there because that's all
But
needs to
no,
be said.
seriously, that quote, I was thinking about it yesterday. I was like, dude, we should have touched more on that because that speaks a lot about what Matt Rule kind of thinks
Seeds.
about the future of the program. And
Mhm.
yeah, what he sees with his recruits, his
Yeah.
guys that he trusts. I mean, it's not like he doesn't trust the seniors and the juniors, but he recruited the guys that he recruited for a reason, you know?
Mhm.
Like he wants this to be his team. He got an 8-9 year contract because he needs to develop his own players. And And yeah, that's just something that I really think is going to be huge.
That
Um,
and Gunnar Gotula starting over Turner Corcoran at left tackle will be another thing to watch.
yeah, well, Turner, is he healthy?
No, I think he's out for a while. I think he's out for almost a season. I thought.
Yeah, so obviously it's going to be Gunner. And but
Yeah,
I mean, they're saying he's doing good in practice and shit and did fine against Illinois, but you want to see that push, you know. You
it's an
want to
away
see
game. That's what I should have clarified. It's an away game with a redshirt freshman tackle.
yeah.
Watch for the false starts. Watch for the penalties because shit starts happening. The offense will go
But
downhill a little.
West Lafayette isn't Lincoln, Nebraska on third down. You
No,
know,
not even
it's
close.
yeah,
Not even close.
no. But
No.
still, I mean, you're wearing white, and that's another big thing. I think that's the last thing we need to touch on for the offense is Dylan Raiola's first game wearing a white jersey for Nebraska. But then let's go back to what we just said. Young guys, they want to play. They're not scared of anything because they don't know failure yet.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't know
They're like,
what's.
motherfucker, I'm playing college ball, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm playing college ball.
Trying to
Let's
get
go ball
drafted.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's time to
Corey
get
Barney
drafted.
said, I didn't leave the Sunshine State, Miami, Florida for nothing. I'm not playing in this cold weather for nothing. Give me the
Yeah.
motherfucking ball and let's go to the races. You
Hmm.
know? Um, so
Yeah.
offense, let's they just do what they got to do. And but at a better level, improve from last week. Do you think we're going to score at least at 40 points? I want to see a 40-point game from the offense this year, dude. I think it might be hard, but I think that would really show something if we score 40 points against somebody.
I think it could happen because I think that our defense can score. And I'm confident in Corey Barney on special teams. I still think he's going to return on this year. I know that he hasn't. He's so close to returning one for a touchdown.
Oh,
It's
this
gonna
week,
happen.
this week. Why not
This,
us?
why not? Why not?
Yeah. Why not Ja'Cory? Why not Barney?
Yep.
All right. That's the offense, defense. I'm telling you, all of these games that Nebraska is going to play this season it's really them versus themselves. Besides Ohio State, it's really it's really
Yeah.
going to be them versus themselves, dude. You know?
Yeah. There's no team that will outskill us, and yeah, hopefully there's no team that's going to outcoach us too much.
Oh, I think I trust Satterfield and Tony White, and I think that it's up to the players to really buy into their scheme and execute. I think
Yep.
right now it's more on the players than it is the coaches to execute the good game plan that Satterfield, Glenn Thomas, and Tony White are putting together.
I agree.
You know,
Agree.
because I everything's there. The guys are there to make stops, but they're not doing it.
Yeah, I'm making plays.
Right. Make plays, dude. No fear of failure. That's an old Scott Frost coach, but it reigns true today. No fear of
Yeah,
failure. Just go out
we're
there and
still
play ball,
talking.
dude. You
Still
got
talking.
you got recruited to play D1 football for Nebraska. Show us why you got here. Why you earned the scholarship. Okay, special teams. I think the only thing we need to say is Johnny Hull starting.
Starting.
Only made 3 field goals in his life in high school. Jason 3, baby. Jason fucking 3.
We might be chasing three for a little bit.
Dude, can we just get like see
Got
all the
some
foreign
numbers.
exchange students at Nebraska? Like, can we get Diego to try out and fucking he
Yeah,
doesn't even know what the impact of Nebraska football is in Lincoln, and he
that's his.
just goes out
Yeah,
like he doesn't know what's going on. Diego is just out there like kick the ball. Yes, please kick the ball. Okay, do the mid, do those things. Okay, yes, I
yep.
kick the ball. Yes, coach rule. Yes,
And then the
yes.
fans yelling, they won't be anything because he's used to soccer back home or
Right.
football. Football.
Exactly, bro. It's way crazier there, and he all he's gonna get is praise. And then imagine just seeing a fucking Diego running down, goal all the
Oh,
way down.
yeah.
He's so sick, dude.
I'd be fired up.
That's
I'd
what
be
we got
fired
to do. Honestly, get somebody from the soccer team, a guy who knows nothing about football, some fucking
up.
Colombian who can't even speak English, and we just say, "Hey, you see these two through the middle? Just do that, do that."
Yeah,
Okay? And I think that would work out. Let's go the Mike Leach route.
I like it. Can't get much worse.
I mean, let's see what John Hull does this week. Hopefully he doesn't have to even kick any field goals, but I feel like we also do need practice at kicking field goals.
Yeah, 3 field goals. He needs some practice kicking field goals.
Yeah, and hopefully it also doesn't come down to that where we are need three in a dire moment. Hopefully we just, maybe we'll kick some field goals for shits and gigs at the end.
Yeah, first and goal.
Right.
Do
I don't know.
false start.
All right. Score prediction for Nebraska Purdue.
Score prediction: I have 41-13.
Oh, so we are going to get a 40 bomb.
Yeah, I think Nebraska's going to come out looking different this week. I think defense can be flying around, pissed off. Offense is going to come out. There's been challenges sent out to the offensive players too. I think we do come out.
I'm going to go I'm going to go I'm going to go 38-13 Big Red.
Like that. I like that.
38-13. But you said 41, right?
Yeah, 41.
Okay. 41-13, 38-13, whatever. I'm kind of tailing you. But all right. Let's get into our picks here. Eli, you got them up?
Yeah, you want to start with Friday night Rutgers versus Washington?
Yeah, hold on, dude. My hands are so fucking sweaty. I wish my hands weren't so fucking sweaty. You know how much sweaty my hands get. I got sweaty hands, guys. I got sweaty hands, and it's really hard for me to fucking. Let me pull up Aaron's picks too here really quick.
Ed just gets excited when he's talking about Husker football. Get those natural sweats coming out. That's
I
all it
do,
is.
bro. I was shaking before this podcast, and I don't know if that's because I was excited for the podcast or I didn't have a beer yet. Now that I'm drinking beer, my shaking stopped. This might be a problem. What are you
I
what
mean,
are you what are you drinking on there?
I'm drinking on cruise.
Oh, you got some cruise. How do you like it?
It's not bad. Not bad.
I had the green one.
Yeah.
I thought it was all right.
No, this one. Yeah, this one's my favorite one. The blue raspberry one.
All right.
But
Here
yeah,
we
Washington versus Rutgers. I'll go first on that one if you got everything pulled up.
okay, Washington versus Rutgers. We have Rutgers minus 2.5, over under 44.5. I'm going Rutgers minus two. Aaron is as well. What do
I
you
am
got
at
here?
same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I that seems like a pretty easy line for me.
Yeah.
Minnesota at Michigan. Michigan is favored 9.5. Uh, Aaron has Minnesota plus 9.5. I have Michigan
Wow.
minus 9.5.
I have Michigan as well.
Yeah, I mean, Minnesota fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah.
They
There's not much.
fucking suck.
There's not much more to say besides that.
Yeah. Um, okay, Maryland at Indiana. We got Maryland minus 7, over under 52.5.
Indiana -7, right?
Indiana minus 7. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Okay.
What do you have?
I have Maryland +7 in that game. I got Maryland.
Aaron has Indiana minus 7, and this is where we all change here. I got the over
Okay.
52.5.
I don't hate that. I like Maryland. Maryland's gonna throw the ball. Indiana's gonna try to score a lot of points. I like the over too.
All right, Nebraska and Purdue. We already got that one covered. I mean, obviously our score prediction says Nebraska's covering, so minus 10 Nebraska. Am I going to put $100 on Nebraska 30 minutes before the game? Probably.
Did I do it 4 days before the game? Yes.
Okay. Okay. How much are we going to win? What's the winnings on that?
I think it was $200 or like 190 something.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, Wisconsin at USC. USC favored minus 15.5, over under 51.5. Aaron has the under here.
Hmm.
I can see that with Wisconsin.
Yeah.
But and USC also, their offense hasn't been doing too well either.
No. And the wins they have aren't that impressive looking back on them.
Yeah. What do you have?
I have Wisconsin +15.5.
Wisconsin plus 15.5. I think I think I'm gonna disagree with Aaron, and I'm gonna do
Over?
the over. The over.
Oh, okay.
Over Wisconsin USC. Okay. Next one, Ohio State at Michigan State. Michigan State Ohio State minus 24. Over under 48.5. I got Ohio State minus 24, dude.
I wanted to. but I got to go with Michigan State plus 23.5. Those points, that's just a lot of points, and you never know what can happen. That's
I
Big
know,
Ten football.
dude, and they didn't cover the fucking spread last week. It was like by 3 points, and I was so pissed. I bet like $50 on them. But you know what? I'm gonna be an idiot and get and say Ohio State minus 24. Illinois at Penn State. Penn State is minus 19 over under 47.5. Aaron has Illinois plus 19.
Yeah, I don't see what Vegas is thinking on this one. They always know something that we don't know, but
Right.
I don't know what that is because Illinois I think is going to be a good team. And is it because it beat Nebraska last week? Probably, but I still think it's Brett Bielema, and he's not going to lose by 19.5 at Penn State.
Yeah, I know. I gotta say that too. We all agree on that one. Illinois plus 19. Last Big Ten game, Oregon at UCLA. UCLA plus 25.5. Or sorry, Oregon minus 25.5. Over under 55.5. Aaron has Oregon minus 25.5. I do too.
I have UCLA plus 25.5. Oregon played close with a team I didn't even know. I think it was Idaho, maybe Idaho State, beginning of the year. So they've
Mm-hmm.
shown they can play close games.
Do you have these written down?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because send me the picture after this so I can put them in the computer.
Okay.
Okay, now on to the Big 12. Eli, what game do you have for Big 12?
Colorado, UCF.
And that's minus 14, right?
14. Yep. I got Colorado plus 14.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, as much as I don't like that,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
You know,
Could be the
um,
best player in the country on Colorado, but
they do. And
yeah.
BYU at Baylor. Baylor is minus 2.5, but they've lost 2 games. BYU's 4-0, ranked number 22.
Yeah. That one's so weird that it scares me. That
Right.
I
Like,
don't
what
want
does
to
Vegas know that we don't?
bet.
Like you
Yeah,
said.
that one scares me
But I had to take
way
it,
too much.
dude.
Yeah.
BYU minus 2.5. I just, what the fuck? Like, Baylor's not a scary place to play.
And BYU smoked Kansas State last week. Well, I thought was a pretty damn good team.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
We got Ole Miss or SEC.
I got
What do you got?
Georgia -2 over Bama. Another one of those lines. I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah, those games were hard. I think the SEC was the hardest one for me um to pick. But I have the over Arkansas at fuck
Texas A&M.
A&M over 52.5.
Yep.
I don't know. Aaron has Ole Miss minus 17.5 versus Kentucky. I think Aaron's smoking some pot.
He
I don't
said
know,
Ole
dude.
Miss -17.5 over
Yeah.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's a big line. I mean, Ole Miss is a good team,
Georgia.
but yeah, Kentucky almost beat Georgia, dude. Okay. Last one, ACC. Um, Aaron has Miami minus 20 over Virginia Tech. I have that too, but it's minus 17.5. I guess the line moved down a little bit.
This was my least favorite conference, ACC, but I took NC State +7 over Northern Illinois. I think people are forgetting who Northern Illinois is. They beat Notre Dame, but I think Notre Dame played like dog, and that team's just not talented enough.
Right. And NC State got fucking clapped by Clemson
Yeah, they
last
did.
week. And I mean, is that a bounce back game for those guys? You know, you kind of got to think so.
I think so.
All right. Um, anything else? You got a good
Uh,
parlay for the gang?
yeah, parlay for the people. If you want to make some money this week, no financial advice here. I know I have to say that on here. No financial
No, you
advice.
don't, dude. Fuck it. Fuck that.
Georgia -2 over Bama. What are we talking about? Carson Beck. Georgia would have won the national championship last year. They would have been going for their fourth straight this year. Bama's not beating them again. New coach. Colorado +14 against UCF. Colorado's got two of the best players in the country. UCF is not going to beat them by 14. And then Illinois +19.5 at Penn State. Brett Bielema's going to run the ball, make it a close game, whether you like it or not.
I like that. I don't think I'm going to run with Alabama, Georgia though, Eli. I don't know, dude. It's just those two teams.
Always play close. They do.
Right.
They
Right.
do. But I think that Georgia's got a bad taste in their mouth from last year. Nick Saban's gone. Kirby Smart's. He's going to have those dogs ready to play.
All right. Well, there you have it. E-Rock's pick of the week, parlay of the week. That's all.
That is
As
all.
always, bleed red, shit
Shit
corn, go
corn.
big red. And folks, tune into Husker Hype Radio as the OGs are back in the booth. Puts a
It's gonna
smile
be an
on my
exciting
face.
week. It's gonna be a great Saturday morning. You're not gonna want to miss it. There's no better way to start your Saturday morning.
Correct. All right. All right, folks, we're out of here. Peace and butt grease.